think about if we were able to take some, a name that you wouldn't know, they really hit it and they can go on to, to develop their career, having given the chance of this, being an audition studio.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
For, some quick background, how did you guys get started in, what sorts of things are you doing? I know podcasts are your big thing, but if there's anything else that you guys are involved in or, looking to get involved in, what is Youngstown Studios?
Sure. So what we did was we started putting together content sort of for internal use, where we do instructional stuff or teaching material, either for students or even employees of Youngstown Computer. So it became sort of my lab to be able to generate content for us. We were doing a bunch of programming on radio, and we did some stuff on YouTube and Facebook. And so we wanted to create more like public domain, teaching the public how to do this kind of stuff as well. So we opened this studio before all this COVID stuff went down, and the intention was that we wanted to split our company in half and do, service on the hardware and software, as well as creating sort of a stage for, people who wanted to teach, or artists or comedians or any of that other stuff. They would have a place to do it, virtually rather than, in the public stage. I mean, I got a taste for, there being gatekeepers, that if you wanted to, do a show, it had to run through a company, or someone had to give you permission. And then with the advent of how this social media stuff happens, you really don't need to get permission anymore. If you want to publish a book, you self-publish. If you want to put an instructional video together, you go to YouTube, and really all it requires is, nominal amount of equipment to pull that off.
And so, how did that lead into, like you said, you're working with some established personalities in the area. How did this grow into a podcast network?
Yeah. So the disruption that happened at the beginning of the year put everybody on tilt. And so it sent everybody scrambling with, we have this time, we're used to doing a full schedule, and all of a sudden that everybody had that time on their hands. With a couple of the radio station letting some talent go, you had some, big personalities that were on the street. I was known for doing this, and a lot of them made contact with me, and I wanted to do it, and they ended up wanting to do it too. So it just made sense to marry that stuff together.
What are, some of those personalities and some of the shows, that they can, listen to through podcasts, watch videos of, that sort of thing? Just what kind of content are you making?
So we have we have 2 shows a week produced here and put on by Fast Freddy, who came from CD 93.3. We have Justine Thomas, who made an appearance and put a show together. She does a regular show, and then she also does like a social show, almost like The View, where they get a bunch of ladies together and they talk about pop culture stuff. You have Morris Ray, who's a political commentator from 570. He's doing a show here. We have Justin Coffin, who's doing a sports program. And then we have a couple of, pretty much every week we get incoming requests for people who see themselves doing a show, and we allow them to come get in front of a camera, in front of the microphone, and pilot and see if their content's good to be able to get on the broadcast side of what we're doing. But I even built a stage here over the last summer, and we've had comics come down here and do full stage performances as we streamed it out to the public. So we're pretty capable down here.
How do you see what you're doing fitting into all of the other media that exists out there for people to consume?
Yeah, it's kind of cool because you sort of see us as a launching pad where somebody who maybe didn't go through journalism or broadcast school, their resume is not real tight with, television stations or whatever, being able to give them a chance. They could come here, get in front of a camera for almost next to nothing and see if they're talented. I mean, think about if we were able to take some, a name that you wouldn't know, they really hit it, and they can go on to, to develop their career, having given the chance of this, being an audition studio.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit BusinessJournalDaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to AfterHoursYoungstown.com.
BusinessJournalDaily.com, 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.